Welcome to InstaSolar.ai, a software designed to help you close more deals faster. This demo will walk you through the software and the benefits or value that it brings to you as a solar sales professional. Here you can see we are on the homepage. And if you have not become a user or taken advantage of your free credits or snapshots is what we call it, make sure you do that. So first things first, you're going to go ahead and click on this claim 10 free snapshots, then go ahead and sign up. You can log in with your Google account, and then you're going to be given immediate access to start generating your solar snapshots. I'm actually, since I'm a user, I'm going to log in, and this is exactly what you're going to see when you claim your 10 free snapshots. So here we are inside of InstaSolar, and this dashboard was designed to very quickly allow you to input information to be able to then provide instant savings information to somebody who you're speaking with, whether it's on the phone, via email, text, or in person, right? I always like to use the analogy, you're at a barbecue, you're with a bunch of people, somebody walks up to you and says, "Hey, Michael, you're the solar guy. Tell me a little bit more about it." Instead of you saying, "Well, all right, give me your information. What's your average bill? Or can you send me your bill at a later time?" I'll get back to you. When I go home, I'll input your information into our proposal software. You have this whole delay, right? We don't need that anymore. Let's at least get them engaged, provide them information of value, and then let them be excited to await for your follow-up when you take their information and actually have the full proposal done. So you can see as we logged in your case, as you set up your account, we can simply enter some information here. This is what the dashboard, you'll have direct access to this. And we're just going to go test 2 for a full name. We'll just do test full or test first, test last, and then customer email. So this is the person you're talking to, right? You need their, preferably you need their name, email, and phone number, although you don't have to have it, right? This just allows you to capture it so you have it and are able to use it later. Customer email, we'll just do test at we'll just say test at instasolar.ai. Customer phone number, I'm just going to put something in here. And address. So let's go ahead and type in an address. This is an old house I used to live at a long time ago, and this is in Florida. The average monthly bill, let's say, is around $225 a month. And cost per kilowatt hour, and that, I believe, I'm just taking a guess here. We'll just go 18 cents, right? Now, you will most likely know what the customer's cost per kilowatt hour is, at least roughly, right? Obviously, there's time of use billing. There's a bunch of different things. Keep in mind, this is not a proposal. This is a sales tool to show them a rough estimation, get them excited. And then when they say, "Well, how much does it cost?" or "What is my actual savings?" say, all right, the next step is go ahead and send me your utility bill. And then we'll go ahead and put it in our proposal software and generate exactly what it is. We're using Google Solar API. So it's extremely good, but it's not designed to be a proposal software. It's designed to help you get the lead from not having any information and possibly missing the opportunity later to be able to instantly provide them info. And then now you can take their info now that they're engaged and excited because you've had something to show them, which you'll see here in a moment. Now you're able to then run the deal as you normally would. It's just think of how many missed opportunities there are from you not being able to immediately show them something rough, right? And now there's a huge break or delay in the process. So just put in a rough kilowatt hour. If you're not familiar with it, go ahead and put it in here. We are constantly adding to this. We have some really exciting features that are being released every single week as we continue. And next, we're working on actually an AI chat with utility bill capture, and it actually will read through the utility bill and parse the information. We will be integrating utility rates, all that cool stuff. But for right now, just put in a rough kilowatt hour and then panel size. So you know what typically what your average panel size is that you're selling. So we'll just put in a 350 watt here. And then we'll hit submit. Let's give it a moment and you'll see instantly. It's very quick. So imagine you're next to somebody. You say, "Oh, what's your average utility bill?" "Oh, okay." Boom. And then this pops up. And you can see your solar savings snapshot This is something that you can show them right on your phone. Okay, we're tapping into Google Solar API. We're also adding some of our information and research that we've done into this as well, as far as additional credits outside of federal, those type of things, right? So now we have a prepared by and client details. Now keep in mind, after I go through all this, you have the ability to then send this directly to that user, right? And again, it's a sales tool. This is not designed to be a proposal software. You already have your proposal software. This sales tool immediately engages somebody. Think of if you have people on the doors, right? And you now have the ability to show them something tangible on an iPad or on your phone right there and be able to say, you know what? And actually, based on this information, now we're able to have a rough idea of what your potential savings looks like. The next step is to simply grab me a copy of your utility bill. We'll go ahead and enter it into our proposal software or whatever it is you want to call it, and we'll provide you with your overall solar savings report. How does next Wednesday at 1 p.m. work for an appointment to review that? Now, the chances of them being more excited and saying yes after seeing something like this, because you're able to instantly provide them something of value, is tremendously higher. So now we just have a summary of what we put in here, right? And this is collecting, again, data from Google Solar API, which is by far the largest mapping data. It's the same technology used by the top solar proposal softwares in the industry. We have a rough calculation of energy usage. Obviously, we don't know it exactly because we just took an average. Estimated solar savings. So here we are, right? $2,700 the first year, $16,905 over 25 years. We just have federal tax credit listed here for now. We're working on actually inputting additional states as well, but that's not a big deal, right? Like you can still be like, oh, actually, in addition to this, there's an added state incentive or an added utility incentive. It's a very powerful way for you to excite the person immediately and then continue your sales process, right? So now I just want to explain what this is. This is all it's coming from Google Solar API. It's based on a cash purchase. And what they're using is average installation cost in that area. So they don't actually tell you what it is, nor does it matter, because this is just strictly an engagement tool. And then, for example, if somebody's like, well, what's the cost? Say, well, this is using software that uses Google Solar mapping and solar technology, and to be able to determine exactly what that looks like for you from a cost standpoint. We'll just need your utility bill, but also keep in mind we have programs that fit for any scenario, right? And a lot of the programs that we offer, there's no money out of pocket. You just go kind of do your sales thing, right? But this is presented initially up front as a cash, and then it's up to you to obviously take that, from their engagement and then run the actual proposal and then close them from there, right? So now we have a breakdown of save money in the planet. This is really sexy to a lot of people. We actually have the overall estimated system size based on the life of system. This is what the roof offsets, okay? In this case, 463 tons of CO2. That's equivalent to 1,427 tree seedlings grown for 10 years, almost 10,000 gallons of gas, almost 1,900 bales of oil. You get the idea, right? So this is strictly just a summary. That's why we call it a snapshot. It's a sales tool to go, hey, there's something pretty cool here. Let's take the next step. Shoot me over your utility bill, or are you going to be available in a couple hours after I generate your full proposal through our proposal software? Of course, they're going to be more apt to listening and talking to you because they're excited because you're able to provide them something of value immediately. Here's just an overview of the area, right? And then we don't want to, anyway, right now we're interested to hear your feedback as well, right? This is always keeping in mind that we're building and developing this out specifically for you as a solar professional. I've been in solar for the last going on 10 years. I had a digital marketing agency for a good 4 out of that. And I think we're close. This is cool, but I also value all of your feedback as well. But I just want to show you, there's one more thing down here that we're continue making improvements on. But right now you can see the call to action. So after you review this with them or show them, hey, I think there's something pretty cool here for you. Oh, and the next step is just to go ahead and shoot your bill over too. And it's going to dynamically pull in your email address into what you set up in the system. And here's another really cool feature as well. You can see download proposal as PDF. Watch how long this takes. Generating your PDF in under 60 seconds. And we wait, and boom. So now what's happened is the actual PDF has been generated. You can now go to your downloads folder. You can send it over to send it directly to this person via your email. You can text them the link to it. A lot of really, really cool stuff. You can see right here, right? So as I pop that open, boom, here's the proposal. Or we'll say snapshot, right? Probably should rename that, but you get the idea. So they just have a rough idea, and yeah, definitely use this as a sales tool. Okay, so this is not going to guarantee what their exact savings is, but the cool thing is you always have something to fall back on and say this may not be exact, but based on Google's solar technology, this is what it's showing. The next step to see exactly what your savings and incentives are is just to get a copy of your utility bill, or if you don't need that up front and just want to take their average bill and go, enter their information into your proposal software, follow up with them, and set an appointment date and time at that time, and then follow up with them, close a deal. All good that way too. Just know the positioning on this is to be able to bridge that initial interaction, right? Think knocking on doors or meeting somebody out and about, or somebody that you just run into, or who knows, right? You're now able to instantly provide them something really cool to keep them engaged for you to be able to then move to that next step. That is InstaSolar.